So when I was 15, I began reasoning on what's the purpose of my life? What am I living for? Born in a devout Catholic family, I was the youngest and the most loved child. I remember as a child, I would listen to stories of the saints and get so fascinated that I had a desire to become a nun back then. But slowly, many other desires crept into me. Though I would go for Mass, say my prayers, and be very involved in the parish activities, I found that faith hadn't been a reality to me. As I grew into my teenage, I began searching for love, for friendship, for security, relationships, and meaning in life. I tried finding in success, in luxury, in the trends of the world, being famous among peers. I was so obsessed with the body at times that I would try to satisfy those needs very secretly. The more I was trying to fill myself, the more empty I was, the more lonely and depressed, and I felt a lot of hatred towards myself and others. There was no reason as to why I was feeling it, but I felt it to a great extent because I was trying to fill myself with things I never even wanted to. The funniest thing about it was, I still felt I'm a very holy person at that time. So before I entered my 10th grade, I happened to go for a retreat. During the retreat, I was blown to hear a priest talk about my past, especially my secret past. This priest, who was a complete stranger, how did he know about my life? Especially about the dark instances in my life. Who revealed it to him? Was it God? Was God watching me all the time? I was shocked, stunned, and really angry about the whole thing. I was so angry with God and demanded Him that I want a first-hand experience of Him. Only then will I believe that He is God. I wanted to touch, listen, and feel Jesus for myself and be firm that He is my God for real. That night, during the adoration, I wept and cried out bitterly to God from the bottom of my heart to relieve and free me from the confusions, from my unbelief, from my darkness and fears. On May 29th, 2009, in the morning hours of prayer, I felt the most powerful presence of Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament. I could feel Him, touch Him, and see Him within me. And there was nothing beyond love in that. Love, love, love alone filled my heart. And that was my first encounter with Jesus for real. So I finally found love, friendship, security, and a relationship in Jesus. It took roots with days, months, situations, especially challenging ones, and I had all I wanted in Jesus. But the purpose, that was still in God's plan. I found ways to be alone, to converse with His voice within, whether be in my bedroom, in the washroom, during my travels, anywhere. I recall during my college days, I would love to run to a nearby church and sit secretly with God in silence. I would read the Bible instead of the library books and hide it in my bag. I would listen to romantic songs, picturing Jesus with me. I was actually falling in love with Jesus. My family and friends found me a bit weird, but they loved me for me. Slowly, God was calling me to this way of life. Now, this was hard. It kept coming each time I looked at the cross during the Mass. And I said, Jesus, no, I'm not even worthy of this call. I can't do it. I won't survive. I had many questions and many doubts. The very thought of leaving my family, my friends, my entire trendy lifestyle kept blocking me from saying yes to Jesus. So I continued resisting, and God continued calling me. But in the depth of my heart, I felt the spirit of the call so deeply that the world was not making any sense to me. It was only Christ and His love alone. So I prayed and continued praying about the whole thing. Though I was resisting, I could feel an excitement for God's plan and for what He had prepared for me and for stepping into the unknown. After 4 years of resistance, confusion, struggle, the voice within had become so strong, convincing and encouraging that I finally said yes to Jesus. But where should I go? Where was God leading me? So I began searching for congregations online and offline, and I found the Sisters of Charity of Nazareth online. As soon as I clicked on their website, I was taken up by the image on the cover page, which portrayed a modern way of being a woman religious in the 21st century. And I felt God wanted me to be right here in this family. In my journey, especially during the first phase of candidacy, I found it difficult. I felt the homesickness, the culture shock, and I felt the pinch of the call. I wanted to walk back from these struggles, but God stepped into my life in a very tangible way, assuring me that He was with me. So God spoke through me through situations, with people, and finally through the scriptures saying, "I'm with you, return to me." That experience gave me immense courage to say yes to God and let go of all my fears. And finally, I had a complete yes given to Him. Here I am before you today, very happy about my call, very contented with this purpose, and very hopeful for God's plans for me ahead. My community, the Sisters of Charity of Nazareth, has been very supportive, has loved and trusted me, molded and shaped me into a better person, into a better human being. I can never thank God enough for this beautiful call and for the joy that I feel deep within my heart every single day. Today, I am a daughter, a sister, a mother, and a friend to many, and above all, a bride of Christ. So would you like to join me in this journey? And we can definitely make a difference. So think about it.